So we are going to start our Q&A. It looks like we've got 3 mics out there, so...
There are 4 lights!
Are there 4 mics? I thought there were 5 lights. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and start on this side, where I believe we're in backcountry, and we also have a question as well.
And, first off, I'd like all right. First off, I'd like to say excellent job on the dubbing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So we all know the original Eva, the Christian symbolism and Gnostic and Kabbalah. But actually, Anno had a schizophrenic crisis, and all that stuff didn't actually mean anything. So now that Anno is sane, does it mean that stuff actually means something now in Rebuild?
That would be an answer for Anno, I suppose. But
in your opinion, as...
I don't know, I just work here.
In my opinion, I don't know. I think everything means something. I think like when an artist paints something, it could mean something very different to him than what anyone else ever looks at it. So just because an artist says, no, this isn't, this mountain is not supposed to represent blah, 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 or this tree isn't supposed to represent blah, 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 blah. If you think it does, then you're not wrong. You know what I mean? So it's all up to the interpretation, but I cannot speak for Anno.
The real question is, did it make you feel better about yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cooler than Shinji, so yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. What it did make me feel, though, is it reminded me of how much ass that Asuka kicks. Wasn't that awesome? Yeah. She was great.
So, gentleman in the white shirt right here in the center.
Hi, my name is Russell. Hi, Mike. Hi, Shinji. How you doing?
What's up? It's Spike, but you know, cool.
Can I call you Shinji? I mean,
Spike.
Don't do
what I wanted to know, that through the movie, there were 2 or 3 times where there were flashes of static, and I thought I saw images. I'm just wondering, is there any significance to that? Was that planned, or did the DVD just skip?
We experienced some minor technical difficulties over the course of the screening. We do apologize for
Why?
that.
What
That
did
will not
you
be included
see?
on the DVD and Blu-ray release.
Well, I just wasted a question then.
Yeah, and everything else you saw was in your mind.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything Fight Club-like going on.
Yeah.
If there was, we wouldn't be able to talk about it.
That's right.
This guy talked about Fight Club.
Rule number 1.
All right, let's go ahead and head over here to the 3rd mic.
Hey guys, good evening. My name is Yo.
Yo, back at you.
That is like the worst timing ever. My phone.
I can't really.
I just, would not answer it.
Okay, yeah.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, this might seem like a petty question, but I'm a petty person, so.
Cool, I'll give you a petty answer.
All right.
I'll just cry.
You know, the English credits for the, US release are gonna have those fancy little light flashes coming up. Because, to be honest, when I bought 2.22, I was a little disappointed that they didn't include that.
You want to know if the light flashes are going to be on the closing credits?
Yeah.
I actually don't know because that's an area of the work that I don't do. So,
Make sure that you buy it when it comes out. We'll find out.
Oh, that's the good answers.
Well, praise to God that it does.
Okay.
All right, they've given us permission to do just a couple more, so we're going to do another line until the nice gentleman back here tells me to shut up. So, over here to Miss Ray Ayanami.
I'm actually Lady Quar. Oh.
That's even better. Your hair wasn't quite blue enough, so.
Sorry for the confusion.
It's all good.
So I'm really stoked to be here because I rented my first Evangelion VHS 14 years ago. Not to give up my age, and it's been really cool, this resurgence of the fan base and having all these new fans and this new story and getting, my 4th wedding anniversary was yesterday and getting to experience the series with my husband. So I just wanted to know if you guys had any comments or feelings about what it's like to be so intimately connected with the series and have it sort of go through this like new evolution and new story. And I also wanted to say I'm really psyched to meet Spike because like I know there's all this argument about sub versus dub, but like you're the voice of Shinji that I grew up with. So thank you
very much. Me too. For me, I was a fan of Evangelion, so the opportunity to direct these, to the voice director of these films, the rebuild films, is a huge, huge honor. I don't even know how to approach it. I mean, like, it's a big deal. It's Ava, right? It's a huge deal. And I get to be a part of it in this new capacity, and I get to work with the people who I heard many times before work on it, like Mr. Spike and Tiffany Grant and all sorts of awesome people that are involved with the dub. And I'm glad that you guys have that there's a resurgence of interest that you just mentioned. I'm glad that you guys are still into it and that there's a whole bunch of new Ava fans. So I'm coming up from a new guy involved with this, and so I'm just stoked to be here.
I've been there since day one and screaming my head off, so over the course of the years my voice has gotten deeper because of all the screaming, so I figure down the road they'll redo it again in say 10 years and be like, "Hi, I'm Shinji. I mustn't run away, but I can't, so." But it's been great because it's been able to see it from the very beginning, to see how it's blossomed and grown, and to see how many fans that are coming new that haven't seen the VHS. Some of them don't even know what VHS is. That's old school, people.
It's this thing you can't chapter skip on.
That's right.
Just get it. Yeah. That's the wrong part. That's the wrong part. There it is.
Well, thank you for hanging in from the beginning. Who here has seen it from the very, very, very beginning? All right, my peeps. I've been right there with you.
So, yes, and let's go to the gentleman in the middle. Thank you very much for your question.
I mildly like you. I don't even know you. I'm sure you're awesome.
He is. I've got a general question for the both of you, maybe slightly geared towards Spike, but here's the question. When you first got the script and you were getting into the booth, getting ready to go, what was your initial reaction? Was it anything like that alternate director dub that you did at the end of episode 25 when you're just like, am I on a big blue ball? Where the hell do I go?
Are you talking about the very beginning, the first script I ever saw?
Exactly. What was your initial reaction just to reading it?
What the hell is going on, man? I had no idea. I still don't. People say, what happens in the? Well, there's an effeminate little girly boy who saves the world in a biomechanical robot, and stuff. Other things happen.
We go through each scene before we record each one. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lance at Longines. All right.
So
let's go for it.
Me.
Pull him out.
Me.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.
And over here to the gentleman in the blue polo.
All right. Hello.
Yeah, I have a question for Mr. Spencer.
Yes.
As the relationship between Shinji and Koharu is extremely similar to the relationship between Yuki and the Construct in Future Diary, have you been contacted about possibly doing the dub?
I lost you somewhere in the middle.
A little bit excited. Future Diary, another anime, it has a relationship that's very similar between the one between Shinji and Koharu.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very similar character overall. I was asking, have you been contacted possibly about doing this?
Actually, that dub has already come out. We have it available at the Funimation booth this weekend. So yes, Future Diary Parts 1 and Parts 2 have been dubbed, and they are available at the Funimation booth for sale this weekend. Main character is played by Joshua Greeley. So yeah, we definitely, that is one that we've done. We did that as a simulcast, and so that's available now.
Okay.
Yeah, and nobody called me about it.
They might in the future, in a diary.
Your phone didn't tell you that you needed to get it yet.
Quick one. Can Mr. Spencer describe how he got started in VA work, voice actor work?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Started as a voice actor.
Oh, the person who started me was Amanda Wynn Lee, original Ray. And she's a dear friend of mine. She's like my sister. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna have a cookout when I get back to LA. But we were working on a live action film, and she said, "Hey, you want to do this some anime stuff? Because you do all these crazy voices, and we have fun and everything." And I said, "Anime? What's that?" She goes, "Japanese animation." I said, "Oh, like cartoons?" She says, "Not really." I said, "Does it pay?" She said, "Yes." I said, "I'm there." And the rest is history. It's been awesome. I had no idea how awesome it was, even though I grew up with like Speed Racer and things like that.
How you doing, guys? This is a question for Mr. Spencer. The character of Shinji Ikari isn't the most well-liked on the internet, as I'm sure you're well aware.
What?
What? Wait, what? Why? People don't like me? Why?
He's a rather divisive figure. Given that you're so closely identified with the role, how have you dealt with all this stuff over the years? All this anti-Shinji hate.
Oh, I don't care. Awesome. I do the best I can, and either you like it or you don't. If you don't, good on you. If you do, you're extra awesome.
I like you though, don't worry.
Yay!
All right, guys, they just let me know that we have time for one more question. So
Amar, make it good.
This gentleman over here in the center, and go for it. Make it a good one.
Can I make it quick so she can get a turn? She really wants it. Okay, just one quick question. I grew up in the mid to late 90s. I grew up with the Saturn, the Nintendo 64. A friend of mine had this thing that for the Sega Saturn let you play all these Japanese games, and two of them were the Evangelion games that never made it to the States because they weren't popular until like 2002 in the US. Have you ever thought of wanting to bring them over, like voice Shinji in the games or any of the point-and-click games that Sega made back in like the mid-90s and like port them now to PlayStation Network now that's available for digital distribution?
I'm pretty sure that anything that has to do with Evangelion, we would love to do that.
Yes. Why? What have you heard?
Well, I just heard that Sega. Fun fact, back in 1995, Sega had so much money, they can do whatever they want, so they just threw Gainax a bow and say, here, make an anime. And I remember in episode 23 of the original series, Asuka's playing a Sega Saturn in Battle Arena to Shinden. So now, fast forward 15 years later, Gainax has so much money, and Sega is barely making enough money to keep the lights on. And Gainax's like, screw you, Sega!
Yeah, your head's gonna explode.
Boom, he drops the mic.
Scene. Thank you guys so much for coming out this evening. Just to let you know, Mike McFarland and Spike Spencer have 2 autograph sessions available this weekend, so they will be in Autograph 6 tomorrow from 4:30 to 5:30, and they will be in Autograph 7 on Sunday from 12 to 1 p.m. So thank you guys so much for coming. We do have 1.11 and 2.22 available on DVD and Blu-ray this weekend at the Funimation booth. We appreciate your support. Thank you guys very much for coming out with us this weekend.
Thanks for coming, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.